call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Louisville, Kentucky, L&N Stadium, home of the Cardinals. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Louisville Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Ducks will kick it away to start. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He's out of bounds at his own 16-yard line, and he just couldn't find the corner on that return. Back to pass, it's Gadecki. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. All right, guys, let's talk for a minute about Louisville. Safe to say expectations have not been met. When you start a season in the top 5, you expect to contend for a playoff spot. Now they're sitting there unranked. What about just overhauling the whole program if they can't get this thing fixed?
Well, yes, and it's hard, man. It's hard when you start that high and then something happens and it starts to snowball. Momentum is a powerful thing. These are young kids, Jesse, and they got to find a way to swing that momentum.
They've had some tough losses, obviously some key injuries, but they need to win in the worst way possible. They have got to find a way to right the ship.
And the Cardinals come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Richard. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Got it behind the line. It's Richard. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Hands it off. Breaks into the open. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
The Cardinals are flying down the field. Dropping back, it's Gadecki. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
He wants to change this route. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Tosses it incomplete. The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Showing the arm strength down the left side.
Man, that is going to haunt this quarterback. He had his receiver running a deep route. He was open, and the QB overthrew him. Man, that sucks.
Boots his first of the day away. He was called on 4 times in the victory last week. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Looking for room, it's Walker. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Zings it complete to the right. Turning it on! And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. That's reeled in, it's Walker. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that, take a shot down the field, and don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to take off. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. The Ducks want to move quickly. Touch pass on the run. Finds a little space. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Walker. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 1st down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility football. And when you get chunks like that on 1st down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it.
The Ducks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. There's the pressure. He'll try to do it himself. This defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
Well, it's no wonder this quarterback is getting more and more confident, not necessarily throwing it, but I think running it. You saw that earlier in this drive, too. On that last play, he's thinking to himself, man, it's been working for me so far. Every time I just tuck it, take off scrambling.
Touchdown, Ducks! He ran through tackles like water through a sieve.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
He'll start the return inside his spot. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Drive will come from their own 17. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to throw, it's Gadecki. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I'll tell you what, really good job by the defense, having vision on the quarterback. And as soon as he threw that football, man, they broke on the football right away. Didn't waste time, and got the running back on the ground for no gain.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Hauls it in. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Motion from the back. They'll try to get it through the air. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Oregon.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They're going back to the ground. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Dropping back, it's Gadecki. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. He's already thrown one interception, and before this gets in his head, I think the way to fix it is to get the mechanics squared away.
And sometimes you get rushed, and everything happens a step faster right in the games, and then you realize, like, I'm bending, I'm throwing off my back foot. Like, slow it down, take some deep breaths, understand, like, I'm going to be protected, I'm going to be all right. Let's make some things happen.
Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
And the Cardinals come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
How about the hit on the tight end there? They knew they had to bring the lumber on the big fella to bring him down, and they just blew him up.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Cardinals will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And they'll blow this one dead at the 20-yard line. Has it back, and here comes the offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Bringing the heat. Finds his man. It's Walker. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Ducks come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Looking to throw for it. Just a short pass to the tight end. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. They've made it to the middle of the season, #1 team in the land, but now is when you have to work on staying there.
Yeah, it's been a really, really good start. Impressed with them, impressed with offense, defense, special teams.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And that is priority #1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here, get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Intercepted. Guess even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Powers through the defender.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Makes the grab. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Cardinals with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking downfield, it's Gadecki. Working that left side down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's the danger. When you've got a receiver like that, if you blitz and you're playing man coverage, he's one-on-one, and he's going to burn you if you don't get home to the quarterback.
The Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Got enough space. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Makes the grab. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the grab over the middle. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Finds a man on the left. That's where they'll mark him. A very productive play and a first down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. To the air on first down. It's complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'll immediately call timeout.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. The Ducks want to crank the tempo. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. To the sideline, and he's able to tiptoe his way to a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds.
Going for it all. Touchdown, Ducks! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
And the returner is stopped. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Quarterback may change this route. Dropping back, it's Gadecki. Makes the catch. Across the 20 and out of bounds at the 21-yard line, and just like that, they're out of trouble. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Looking to throw on first down. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Throws to the back. This time he's got it. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the middle. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Here's a heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, it's Gadecki. Pocket breaking down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. From the gun, running back gets to give. Got the first down, looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll run the option. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Off-play action. Oh, they're after him! And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to throw it. He's got it down the middle. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. The Ducks are in the hurry-up.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Wants to throw on first down. Dances away to buy time. And the quarterback will be slung down back to the 43.
Well, this quarterback normally makes defenses look very silly week in, week out with his speed, but he has yet to face a defense like this. This defense accepted the challenge. They have stepped up. They have been disruptive. They have been living in the backfield all game long. That already the third sack of the game for this unit.
Got his man. And they're able to get him on the ground. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Nice execution by this defense. One of the strengths of this offense is third down. They're really good at it. They were ready. Nice job getting the guy on the ground, forcing the fourth down.
Now on fourth down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down, if you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
To throw, it's Skadecki. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
It's complete. There he goes. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
The RPO, it's complete.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind him. Nice job.
Cardinals in a good spot here with second and short. Might be calling a hot route. They're looking to throw on second and short. Caught. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Finds his tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Wants to go up top. Got the back over the middle. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Here comes the offense on second down. To the ground with the back. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Fires to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short in the first down. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a fourth and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the fourth down.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down. Still going. A quick tackle made, but he's got Freddie for the first down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
And the Cardinals can really attack on this second and short. He's got it on the run. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Cardinals. And here they come, almost all the way back.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. On the run from inside his own 5. And as he steps out of bounds, the third quarter has expired, and that is how we'll head to the fourth. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They'll give it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, creating it.
He's got it along the sideline. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. From the gun to give, looking for room. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up one or two. And the Ducks will hustle to the line. Shotgun snap on third down. Working that left side. Oh, he's got some space. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oregon. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
The Cardinals will have it 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Gadecki. Quickly to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Under fire. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Defense comes up with a play. They get the pick and take it back to the 20.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Walker. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Oh, it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
It's a big mountain to climb. Defense helping themselves out by getting that takeaway. They're going to need a few scores now, but you needed something positive to happen. You needed the momentum to shift, and I think the defense just did that by getting the takeaway.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. From the gun, the running back has it. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
It's 1st down from the 11. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to throw, it's Gadecki. Under fire. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And after failing to get that 4th down, it just feels like this game is over. They are going to need a miracle. They're going to need a quick 3 and out. They're going to need a turnover or something to have any shot at getting back in this game.
On the option. Now the toss. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Caught behind the line. It's Brown. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Off the RPO, complete. Breaks into the open. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ducks! That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, you could make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Tennessee is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Neyland and Fulmer and Majors, this has not been a blowout today in Knoxville. They are up by 7 over Illinois. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Ben?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. To the air, it's Gadecki. Gets open down the middle. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Makes the grab. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
Yeah, and what a nice job finding your matchup, Palmer, on 3rd down. Understanding I got a guy that can catch the ball to the backfield. Nice angle route, getting right there between the linebackers and getting the 3rd down conversion.
It was a really good job, too, David, of the running back that time, setting up like he was going to the flat, and the linebacker gets a little bit too excited. He then puts his foot in the ground, cuts back to the middle. It's an easy pitch and catch, and they get the 1st down.
And the Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. The offense changing the play. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got a man. And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got it. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. The Cardinals with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to throw, it's Gadecki. Quarterback adapting. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. Just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of those days.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Louisville.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing it because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another